All right, folks, thanks for hanging with us here. Good afternoon. I hope you all enjoyed your lunch. I hope you're ready for a dynamic session. I was just catching up with Tony in the back, covering off on our football stuff. So he's a Bears fan, I'm a Vikings fan, but here at JNUC, we're brothers, so bringing disparate groups together. Yeah, I don't have a ton to say. I just wanted to ask you all to put your hands together for Tony as he covers off on how to keep your devices in check, integrating with Jamf. Tony, why don't you come on up? Give Tony a hand.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. How's everybody's lunch? Pretty good. That's decent, right? I'm Tony Carlson. I'm Technology Director for Peru Elementary. It's a small district just outside of Chicago, about an hour and a half. Our district serves about 900 students, pre-K to 8th grade, and we have about a staff of about 125. We've embraced, since I've been there 3 years ago, we embraced Apple technology. They previously had Dell laptops. I recently have, about 2.5 years ago, coming up on our renewing our lease, implementing MacBooks throughout the staff, iMacs in the front offices, and iPads for kindergarten, and iPads are secondary devices for all teachers. But we are one-to-one with Chromebooks. So going along with tools like Jamf Pro for our computers and Jamf School for devices, we've coupled them with Incident IQ, which is an asset management and help desk software, and it makes my job, since I am the tech department. I'm the technology director and the lone employee, the Lone Ranger per se. In this presentation, we'll go over the powerful ticketing and asset management software, Incident IQ. We'll delve into the significant advantages of integrating Incident IQ with Jamf Pro and Jamf School. Finally, I'll provide a concise overview in the mapping process and syncing processes that work seamlessly between the two softwares. Like I said, what is Incident IQ? Anybody here use it? Okay, perfect. Feel free to chime in. I've been using this for about 3 years. It works very well with Jamf and Jamf Pro. Like I said, if you got anything to add on a certain specific scenario that I'm working on, let me know. Like I said, Incident IQ is a platform is designed to help educational or any other institution to streamline their IT support and incident management processes. Key features are basically our ticket systems, incident tracking, asset management, workflow automation. There's a bunch of other add-ons. It's a very robust system. I don't work for Incident IQ. I'm not being paid by them, but there's other ones up out there that I've used that I liked. This one is kind of an all-in-one solution. So why integrate with Jamf? Well, I'll get into that. Incident IQ can provide a centralized platform where IT staff can manage, track, and resolve issues with enrolled devices. Real-time data, synchronization, comprehensive device tracking, detailed reports, usages and incidents, customized dashboards as you want. Allow people that you might not want in Jamf, you can allow them to have access in Incident IQ and vice versa. You can also allow detailed audit trails and, like I said, allow authorized users to have access to sensitive information. So how does this work? Well, first of all, we'll go through allowing apps to communicate with each other, the mapping, customizing if necessary, and the execution process. So first, I'll just go over, this is a brief, if those who have Incident IQ know this is the application screen of different applications you can choose to implement using the APIs of the other secondary, applications. Right now, I'm utilizing a Google SSO, Google devices. I also manage the our Google Chromebooks, Jamf School, and Jamf Pro. First one we'll go over will be Jamf Pro. This is, if we were to click onto that application, this would be the opening screen for that. The first one we'll go over the overview tab. It'll just basically go over synchronizations, making sure that the night before, or if you've just pushed one, had gone through. Next one we'll go over to the general settings. This is the authentication process within Jamf app on Incident IQ. All you have to do is present your credentials. Use the management one that you normally you'd use, like an admin. No certificates upload. This works pretty solidly. I haven't had any issues with this. We'll scroll down farther. This will show you how assets are created when they're brought in. This will be like your default. Create if new, update if existing, and delete if no longer in Jamf. As you see, I have all three. We'll scroll down. So this is a more robust option if you sure offhand where it pulls. I'm not sure where it pulls the rooms from in Jamf. I don't use it in our scenario. Most of my assets are assigned teacher anyway, so I have a few devices assigned room, and I'll do that manually. Update asset owner is nice. This will try to match existing users in Incident IQ if they've already been created. If not, it will create one. So I keep this one checked and not using the user. The bottom one I don't keep out. So this shows the basic option that we have in place below. We can see custom map values. I haven't implemented this. I've messed with it before, but you can get pretty granular, pick different asset attributes in Jamf to map back to Incident IQ and back and forth. Like I said, I haven't implemented this. I need to, but if you wanted to get more granular, that's basically an option. So let's go to a location mapping. This is a basic mapping from Incident IQ to Jamf. We have 2 buildings at our district, Northview and Parkside, and I also made a third one of district where anything that hasn't found a home, has been orphaned or misplaced, will default to district. So if I have a listing or run a report, I see district listed, I know that it's in the wrong place. Incident IQ also boasts a comprehensive database of assets, including Apple devices. So a lot of these are pre-built within Incident IQ. It'll simply match your Jamf device to the corresponding device that's in Incident IQ. And if a match isn't found, I discovered that this is like one of the only problems. It will just say wasn't able to sync, or it will just not properly identify it. So that's when you would have to go in and you can make your own device in Incident IQ and match it up to the one in Jamf. So let's go to the sync history. Next one over. This does a verify within the app of Jamf Pro within Incident IQ that your syncs are going through. And the next tab over is your asset history. I can now look to make sure that these 2 applications are communicating with each other. I can put in an asset number or serial number, and it will verify that app pulled up on Incident IQ. This is a brief view within the app setup. I'll get into more descriptive. So if I wanted a more descriptive analysis of a certain asset, I would go in Asset Explorer within Incident IQ. It's a powerful tool that allows you to manage and track all of your IT assets, including hardware, software, licenses, et cetera. I can search and filter just like anything with manufacturer, serial number, device type. I can view details, get detailed information about each asset, including specifications, purchase dates, warranties, et cetera. Update information at where it needs to go, who needs to own it, et cetera. So we'll go into the map group from here on. So this will list all of the MacBooks that I have in district if I want a group looked at. So let's pull up one here from Addison. So I know that I did not put her in as a user at the beginning of the year, and this import pulled her from the Jamf side and imported it into Incident IQ. I can see how many, pulling this up, I can see how many tickets I've opened up for her, how many tickets have been issued. I can see the owner information, the year, and how many syncs were done correctly. It also shows her location and other information. So let's scroll down. This is information on this certain asset pulled from Jamf. It shows everything else you would see if you were to log into Jamf, check in information, update asset information, etc. Basic hardware information that was also pulled from Jamf. All users that have been on there, I've used this a lot just in case one MacBook has been tossed around, but you know, different teachers have used, see who had it last, see who's been logging into it. So that one actually came in helpful for me. Other built-in tabs are Incident IQ based only, like file, linked assets, audit, schedules. It's only accessible through ICQ. This does not, Incident IQ, excuse me, instead of going back to Jamf, that stays locally within the application. Timeline also shows changes made to the asset brought in. So if anything, that's a good tab that I've used also to see any changes, name changes, asset number changes. So that's a good one in case you have multiple people, multiple hands within Incident IQ. You can see any changes that have happened to a certain asset. You can also start a support ticket through that asset. Let's say this particular device won't power on, and I've tried every quick trip, and I need to go do more in depth, so I need to take it back. So we just hit the plus submit, and this page will pop up that's pre-populated for each asset. Most of them are pretty generic. All the computer stuff will have similar type scenarios. So I would pull up that it is not turning on, pick that as the issue, and then bam, it makes a generic ticket. This would go out to your team if you had to set up as a team scenario within Incident IQ. They would all have access to it, and whoever claimed the ticket, you could just move to whoever had it. End users can have access. My end users have access to Incident IQ. They have their own portal, but 99% of the time, they just email me. So an email ticket will come into my help desk and then auto-generate within here. The only extra step I have to do is usually assign a asset to it, which is built into the ticketing system. All right, well, going back to Jamf School, it's pretty much the same exact setup as Jamf Pro. So I won't repeat it, but I'll show you some differences. I'm going to go through the user search. So I'm going to go through a user search and just find all the devices that I have, which is a bunch, because it also pulls devices that I've logged into last, or like you'll see a lot of Chromebooks. If I'm the only one person that has logged in, it'll put me as the user. A couple MacBooks that I have been the first person to sign in. It also has pulled that information as mine. But we'll pull my iPhone, which is managed by Jamf School. All the tabs and info is the same as in Jamf Pro. You can see all the other information, network information, hardware. The only difference is you have more control. Internally with Incident IQ, you have the ability to wipe, refresh, start, items like that you would see in Jamf School. So you wouldn't have to, if you wanted to limit your access for your employees to Jamf School and just give them access to this, they would still have the control that they would need without having to log in, log out, and log into Jamf School to do this. You also can see all apps that have been installed and a very detailed way. And so that's a basic Incident IQ integration presentation that I had with Jamf. I know it's pretty quick. I'm a little nervous here. So if anybody has any questions or anything to go over that they want me to talk about, or, yeah, go ahead. Oh, sorry, he's got a microphone.
So the main issue that I have right now is that the sync between Incident IQ and Jamf seems to only occur nightly. It does
Right.
not a real-time write back, where like Google, for example, that integration has the ability to write the commands or write the adjustment back to Google right away. Or there's a button or an option or whatever in Incident IQ for it. Have you been able to do anything yourself? Because I'm currently trying to work on getting an API call to Claris Connect, converting the API call into a Jamf API call to be able to do like instantaneous write back. I'm still working on that, but have you figured out any other way to try to get more instantaneous write back, especially if you're trying to, let's say, keep non-admins out of Jamf, have people who might be able to help work in Incident IQ, but then
Get
also have the policies apply on the device right away?
No, the only way that I've been doing it, and then I haven't, it's just the overnight. I haven't figured out a better way of doing it. But
Run a sync right away? You can run a full sync.
I think you can run push full sync. Is that not working for you? I mean, go ahead.
There's basically been some issues with regard to which direction things pull from. So there have been some cases where things have been assigned in Incident IQ, but then when the sync runs, whatever's in Jamf will override it. So it's trying to figure out what's the best way, because if it was something where it gets assigned, a webhook gets sent out, converted into a Jamf API call, then it's something that it resides in Jamf, and then the next time a sync would occur, it'd be the same in both places and wouldn't overwrite anything.
Okay.
We've got this one IT person who we have told multiple times to do stuff in Jamf only, and he will do it in Incident IQ, and then certain things get overwritten, or, oh, why is something not working? Well, there's your reason.
Oh, because okay. Well, that's something I'll take a look at too.
Yeah.
I've never seen that about it overriding things on the other side.
Any other questions?
I also use both products, and I'm pretty happy with Incident IQ in general. I have a solution, but I'm wondering if you have a better solution, or mine seems over-engineered. Basically, a way to get unused asset ID numbers. Like, let's say, okay, we're going to buy another 200 iPads. You have to go through Incident IQ to find out available IDs. We wrote like a whole script and turned into a Slack bot to give us IDs, and it kind of works, but it's like custom code that I don't really want to maintain. So I don't know, because you have to use unused ones.
Right, like asset numbers you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep, we have 6 digits, just basic. I mean, we just keep going. So I haven't had an issue to come up with.
You're not using randomly generated.
Right. It's just we've got a sticker roll.
Yeah, we use sequential, but I guess if you go by your stickers, that's
Yeah.
we
Yeah, that's what
dynamically print the stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool.
Anyone else? Yep, no problem.
So do you have technicians that you've blocked from working in Jamf and have them work just through IIQ to...
I'm the only one in my district, but I would have that. It's what I brought up. I'm the only person in the technology department. But I definitely would try to, keep more people out of Jamf and more in...
Does anybody else have their people locked out of Jamf and let them work only through IIQ or through a different third-party tool? Yes, yeah, because I have an issue where I've had my technicians try to fix one machine by changing a profile set for hundreds. So I think I might have my hand played when I get home next week.
All right. Any other questions for Tony? All right. With that, we will thank you for your involvement. If there's anything you do want to connect with Tony on, he'll be at the back of the room here.
Yeah, I'll be here for a while.
Put our hands together for Tony's presentation.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.